information, but we are not going to be diverted or sidetracked from what we do in here. Again, take your camera phones, get his picture, take his video, and anyone else that tries to provoke something out here, because they trying to shut us down and jump on us. So we got to keep our security tight and watch each other's backs and not be diverted into none of this foolishness.
Thank you, brother. Let's stay tight. We're going to stay on point. Free Mumia. No political prisoners now. We have Sister Sherly with us. Sister Sherly, who has been getting the leaflets out from Staten Island, from Harlem. You saw her today how she really reach out to people, because this is what we got to do. We got to talk to the workers. We got to talk to the masses. We got to talk to people who are unemployed, like Suzanne said. People who are being starved by this corporation. People who have been product of prison industrial complex and being in prison here right on street and parole, like Meek in Philadelphia. Meek in Philadelphia. What is parole? Parole is prison outside. We know it very well. So let's stay tight and on point. Sister Sherly, join us.
Okay. I'm here to let you all know that this whole US of A sucks. Okay? Bottom line. It's supposed to be United States of America. No, it's not the United States of America. It's the me, myself, and I States of America. They don't give two rats asses about you or anybody else. It's white supremacists. They're out here, and they will squash any and anybody who has anything to stop them from getting their power, their wants, their desires, their entertainment, their money. Okay? The cops are puppets for them. Okay? They carry what they do out for the white supremacists. Bottom line is, it's not only people in political prisoners, it also has to do with what they're killing us with racism and dividing us. As far as, I'm going to share with you this paper right here. This paper right here shows just a little bit of all the people who have been killed by the police all over the United States for years. And it continues. There's this book called Stolen Lives. It's thick. It's this thick. It only goes up to 1999. And it's filled with all different people all over the United States who have been killed. This is just a little taste. Right here. Could you hold this up for me, brother? Sorry. Okay. This little sister right here. Her name is Ayana Stanley Jones. She was 7 years old, asleep on the couch in her grandmother's house in 2010 in Detroit, Michigan. The cops came in with a smoke grenade. They came in. They shot her in the head. To make it more heinous, her grandmother was arrested. It was the wrong apartment. In 2006, this sister right here, 92 years old, Catherine Johnston. The cops came in with a no-knock, what do you call that thing? A no-knock warrant. They came in, they shot her dead. They found out it was the wrong house, and this time they tried to cover it up by planting drugs in her house. This young brother right here, Nicholas Haywood Jr., 13 years old, in 1994. Ironically, he was playing cops and robbers with a toy gun. The gun had a brown handle and an orange tip. The cops came in and shot him dead. Right here in Brooklyn in the Gowanus Project in 1994. Also in 1994, there was this brother, my Latino brother, Anthony Baez, 29 years old, in the Bronx. All he was doing was standing outside his house with his family members throwing a ball back and forth. A cop car drove by, the ball bounced off the cop car, the cops got out and choked him to death. Okay? Bottom line. Now, Listen, they came out with this so-called ban against the chokehold. That doesn't mean crap because they're still doing it. That's how they got away with doing it to my brother Eric Garner on Staten Island. He was just out there minding his own business. He had just finished stopping a fight, but the cops came in and they choked him to death. But he was targeted. Bottom line, he had sold Lucy's back in the days. He sold Lucy's. He was arrested several times for doing that. And to make it more heinous, y'all know what a cavity search is? A cavity search is when the cops stick their finger up your ass. And they did that to Eric Gardner back in the days. He had a case against them. That's why they were targeting him. That day he didn't even have any Lucy's on him. That's why he said, I had enough. It stops today. But did that stop them? No. They still choked them out, which is a modern day lynching. Bottom line, they got away with it. They continue to get away with it because it is racism, because it is police brutality, because it is white supremacy. And to make it worse, he wasn't even the first person who was choked to death on Staten Island. In 1993, this Latino brother named Seance, he was just going about his business. He saw some commotion. He was staying bread to see what was happening. The cops stopped him, roughed him up, and then they choked him to death. In 2002, this brother named Alfred Nelson, he went to the hospital under his own accord. He did not want to stay there. The cops came and forced him to stay there by choking him to death. You know what happened to these cops? Nothing. Nada. Nine. Bottom line, they still continue to do what they do to us. But we need to stick together.
What's that, the Palestinian flag?
No, this system cannot be fixed. This system is working exactly how it's supposed to be working by design. You say put some cameras on the cops. So Ramsey Orta, Eric Gardner's friend, he wasn't a passerby, he took the video, right? He is our true hero. But we're not supposed to believe our lying eyes when we saw that video. I don't think so. We need to stick together. This system sucks. We need to come together and say, hey, you know what? It's not all about just voting. It's not all about just us thinking that we can leave it up to these politicians. That's a bunch of bull. Okay? Yeah. De Blasio sold us out. Okay? What you call it? On Staten Island, all the council people sold us out. They voted for more cops, except for one sister who abstained, Ines Barron, the only one who had some guts. But they do what they do because, you know what? They are part of the system, a bunch of sellouts. But we need to stick together, and you know what? The more we stick together, it's going to work. We need a revolution. We really do. We really do. And as far as I'm concerned, we need to stick together and not be divided. We don't have to agree with each other, but we have to stick together. Free Mumia!
Thank you.
Okay.
Our next speaker is a woman who many of you may have heard about way back. Sharan Salam, who played an incredible role in defending her son as part of the Central Park Five when they were framed and lynched by this city, by officialdom, by even many so-called progressive people who believed the story about them. And Sharan was a phenomenal fighter and a mother who inspired many of us who are right here.